How's it going, guys? Welcome to the behind the scenes for Nightwing the series. We're here to talk about episode 2. Episode 2 is all flashbacks. Flashbacks of Nightwing back when he was still Robin, and really that's the whole big thing in this episode. Originally we were going to start out the series with the flashbacks, but we thought that it would be more enthralling to kind of bring you into that later on into the series, and that's why we have them in episode 2. That's sort of tying everything together all nice. A nice little bow.
I think a reason we went with, and this was from the script I read, it was always Deathstroke's intro, was episode 1, it was like, let's get started with the bad guy. I think that was all kind of Dark Knight. It's a cool way that they did it.
Start off with a bang.
Let's start with a bang with the bad guy. Let's see the world's threat. And with a web series, I think that format actually really worked. But so just because we start with Deathstroke, we're not going to cut to flashbacks now. After that, we need to show you our hero and get you into his world first. And then, I thought episode 2, when I read it, was a great place to actually have flashbacks start. So.
Yeah, originally it was set up so the flashbacks were the first thing you see. And the whole different version of the script.
So the very beginning of this episode takes place in Barbara Gordon's apartment, where we see a flashback, and Dick and her obviously have the relationship, and he takes off as Robin, because we're still in the past. It actually came out really good. Watching it now, I'm actually really happy with it. At the time, it was very cramped because we had all of our gear in every nook. So if you didn't see gear in that angle, it's just because in that particular angle, we moved the gear to whatever angle you weren't going to see in that scene. So normally, like in a typical movie, you'd probably have a few hotel rooms or something in a row. These were condos that our friends were letting us borrow. So we couldn't fill the hallway, we couldn't fill the patio. So we just had to shove it in every other nook that we had. And there was a lot of gear to always roll around. So it was good. But I think Lena and Danny did a really good job. Lena had just come onto the project not even a week before that. So it was a very last minute casting for her. And I think she did a really good job for knowing that character for a few days. I'm really excited about it.
We pissed off, and then the doorbell rings, and then she's walking, and she's like, Jake, it's too late, you came late, or whatever the dialogues. And then she opens the door, Joker there, like insert gunshot, insert Joker face, and then her flying back.
Hi, I'm Lena, and I am playing Barbara Gordon. And right now, we're just setting up this final scene where I'm about to get shot by the Joker. So anyway, say goodbye to my legs.
My name is Jake Taylor. I will be playing the Joker in Nightwing series. It's gonna be great. Definitely put a smile on your face.
The Joker was definitely a huge standout moment for the entire episode. I think that was one of my most excited I had been about incorporating a character, because it was a flashback straight from the Killing Joke. And we definitely wanted to kind of evoke a reaction and make people be like, what the hell? Oh, you seriously killed her off? I had no idea you do that. It's not like the comic. And then, if you watch the end of the episode, you see that she's very much alive, and this will play into the story later on. But working with Jake Taylor, the actor playing the Joker, was just a pleasure. The kid gets so into it, got so into the role, so excited, and then Elena Pogosian, who did the makeup for him, really, I think, knocked it out of the park. Because I remember going up to her, and she was like, so you want this kind of like Heath Ledger? And I was like, no. I was like, I want this like comic book style Batman. Like his skin was bleached by chemicals and stuff. Like this is his skin, not like makeup that he's putting on. And I think she nailed it. And she was, it looks awesome. He looks scary.
Yeah, he looks really good.
Episode 2 was probably one of my favorites to do. I love that scene in The Killing Joke. It immediately was one of my favorite parts of the project, even before we had like storyboards or anything. Just seeing that image was like, oh my gosh, this is what we're gonna make, and I love it. Coming up with the wardrobe was interesting. We wanted to use kind of the same color palette, just so that we wouldn't just reference it in, acting it out, but also visually, and I think we did a good job with that one. It was really fun. It's a big moment story-wise in our series and obviously in the comics, and I really love that part of episode 2.
Episode 2 is actually where we had our very first day of shooting. The graveyard scene, that was day 1. That was day 1 of shooting, and sort of like, I remember me, Jeremy, and Noel were like, holy crap, man, are we actually on day 1? What? It's been like a year.
First day.
Dude, first
production.
day. Hell yeah, man. Finally getting started. First day of shooting, Jeremy.
I know.
Feels like it's been a long time coming, man.
Yeah.
It's been a year and a half to get to this moment.
still a bit surreal, honestly. It's like we're kind of looking at each other like, hey, are we actually on set for Nightwing right now? We definitely are on set for Nightwing right now.
Danny Shepard, he's playing Dick Grayson. We're getting his makeup done to make him look a little bit younger. This is a flashback scene. This is Elaine, our makeup artist. Danny, our quote-unquote talent. This is Nick Sprawl, our sound guy. Setting up for audio.
Hooray.
On the first day of shooting, Friday the 13th, at a cemetery.
So, we're here getting ready for the very first scene.
Let's take a gander at the set really quick. We're at a cemetery, but it's also marked, well, this is Friday the 13th, first day of shooting.
We're shooting at a cemetery on Friday the 13th. But it's okay, guys, because it's not a real cemetery. Okay, I guess it's a real cemetery, but it's a cemetery for animals, so it's not as terrifying as a people cemetery. So
Cat ghosts aren't terrifying.
Animals can be
Pet
scary.
It was also a big challenge that day because that was day one with crew.
Yeah.
So like aside from working with you guys, I mean we'd been doing rehearsals the night before too
Yep.
on other stuff, but so then that day it was a lot of just all right, how's camera gonna work? How long is sound gonna take? Like is everything going? But luckily like there's no lights that day, so that actually saved us a lot of hassle because we could just kind of move. We did have to kind of chase the sun around, but other than that, it was a good like warm up day of how's the rest of this shoot gonna go.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. It was very surreal, and then you could feel the excitement and energy from you guys, and so it just kind of helps you get more excited. And I think that also helped like the overall energy of the shoot, the whole shoot of the year that we shot. It just helped a lot, keeping everybody motivated to it.
Thanks for watching, guys. That's episode 2. Stay tuned for next week's episode when we'll be launching episode 3 and the episode 3 behind the scenes. If you want to see our previous episodes, hit those annotations right there. I don't know if I'm pointing at anything specific right now, but just click on whatever the annotations pop up, or links will be in the description as well. Thanks, guys.